Welcome to Men's 7. I'm Hoyt Christopher.
And I'm Tava Smiley. Today we're exploring 7 ways to spice up your life. Between work and the daily grind, it's often easy to fall into a predictable rut. But we're here to help you shake things up and infuse some fresh flavor into your life.
And if flavor is what you're after, then try out this recipe. Take a luxury motorcycle, mix in a treacherous off-road track, then stir in a whole lot of adrenaline, and you've got the Rawhyde Adventure, sponsored by BMW. You finally bought your dream motorcycle, an adventure bike built for on and off-road action. So you've mastered the paved street stuff around town. Now how about a little rougher terrain?
Did you shoot that? You know I did.
Rawhyde Adventures can take any urban wild one out of the asphalt jungle and transform him into an off-road beast.
Rawhyde Adventures is a enduro motorcycle-oriented lifestyle company. And when I say lifestyle, what I mean is our primary business is teaching people how to ride big bikes. But beyond teaching them how to ride, we also give them a series of fun things that they can do with the bikes. We host adventure rallies where we do guided tours to some pretty exotic locations, Mexico, New Zealand, Italy, South America. But our core business is rider training. We're BMW's authorized training center in North America.
There you go, that's better line.
Guys, if you want to spice up your life, I highly recommend that you do something like this. You're in the great outdoors, you get to try something new, and you've got over 100 horsepower at your fingertips. First produced in 1980, BMW's GS motorcycle has redefined off-road adventure biking. With larger wheels, more power, and a fully adjustable suspension, the 1200 GS is an all-terrain monster that has become a legend among riders all over the world. Now let's see how I do.
What we want you to do is stand up on the balls of your feet on the pegs.
The first thing I learned was that off-road riding was a whole new world. Much more complex than riding on the street, and a lot harder.
The thing that's so challenging for guys that have a little bit of street experience and they start riding in the dirt is the fact that as a street rider, you really don't use the motorcycle very much. You get on it, you start it up, you shift gears 5 or 6 times getting on the freeway, and they sit there for half an hour. And then you decelerate, downshift when you get to the off-ramp or whatever it is you got to do. But you're not using the bike very much, you're just sitting on it. And off-road, these guys are shifting gears 10 times a minute, and they really got to use the bike, and they have to be able to do it all without thinking about it.
All right, guys, this is the deal. Almost a full day on the 1200, the BMW. Great bike. Really, really heavy and a lot of power. More than I'm used to, especially in a dirt environment. So I'm going to use the BMW 650. It's obviously less horsepower. It's also a lighter bike. 1200 is for some people, but not for everybody. The important thing is to have fun and be safe and get the most out of it you can, and that's what I plan on doing. After only a few minutes on the 650, I was already feeling comfortable and much more confident.
Hey, that wasn't bad.
Yeah?
That wasn't bad.
Not bad. The only thing I saw,
I tried to look up.
your head was looking here.
Damn!
And your head up here.
Can you put some hot girls right on the bench there? But the real challenges were just ahead.
Rawhyde! You know, everybody's personality comes out in things like this because he's a cautious guy. He's really, I think in life, he's a really cautious person, and he's a little bit too tentative. So when he comes in, he's trying to overanalyze what he needs to do rather than just instinctively doing what his body and everything tells him he ought to do.
This is basically taking everything we've learned with the basic instructions for the last, part of the day to now going up through the trees, something a little bit more realistic. And I've already seen a couple of guys crash. Now it's my turn to hopefully make it out without a scratch. I know what you guys are thinking. This doesn't look that hard. Come on, what is he doing? 5 miles an hour around a coarse dirt on a dirt bike. But it's a lot harder than it looks, and it takes a lot of practice.
Of all the exercises that we do over the course of the weekend from a standpoint of technicality, this is the most difficult thing that they have to do because they have to manage everything at once, almost reflexively. So to do something like this requires total concentration on the trail, and you got to forget what your hands and feet are doing because that has to happen automatically.
And we're down. Sometimes it happens. I wasn't looking in the direction of the turn. and that's it. That's all you got to do, right, Jim? If you don't look in the direction, you're going to fall down.
Yeah. He knows what he did wrong, and that is that there's the old phrase of look where you want to go. It's like magic. Wherever you look on a motorcycle, you will go.
Man, it's a lot of work.
He's getting it. He's getting it. He has hope.
Our next task was a little different.
All weekend long, we have been working with the riders on moving side to side on the bike. And in this exercise, we're teaching them how to deal with attitude in the bike. Okay, the nose coming up, nose coming down, and also some brake control matters. All right, Will, nice and easy. Stop, good. All right, stay seated and roll on. Ride the rear brake.
Then it was my turn.
Stop here. Nice.
After I mastered the small hills, it was time for something a bit bigger. Okay, a lot bigger.
Look at the bottom of the hill, Hoyt. Eyes on the bottom of the hill. We're just teaching these guys how to go downhill. You get a 600-pound bike riding on two little pieces of traction about that big around, and things go out of control real fast. So we're trying to teach them how to make smart decisions about going down a hill, looking and assessing it, whether they have an escape route in case something goes bad, or whether they absolutely have to commit to doing certain things to get down.
This is my adventure pose right here.
Hoyt's finally getting it. He's relaxing a little bit, and he did a good job on that.
Then came the final challenge. What goes down must come up. There's nothing more satisfying than conquering a hill. And that right there, my friends, is the hill that I'm going to conquer. The big test for the Rawhyde adventure, and I'm going to handle it. Here we go, guys, up the hill. I've completed the challenge. It's been an amazing adventure. I deserve a joyride. I've got my MP3 player, so I'm ready to rock. That was very cool. Rawhyde also offers couples and even ladies-only adventure camps. So Tava, get ready to rev up your engine.
Are you kidding? I love off-roading. I am in. Don't go away. There's more Men 7 coming up in just a moment.